All right, good morning, everybody. I call this technology meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025, 11 o'clock a.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes. Coburn.
Here.
Berlin.
Here.
Chaplin.
Here.
Childress.
Yes.
Eckhoff. Galassi. Henry.
Here.
Kazmarek.
Here.
Lucas. Martinez.
Here.
White.
Here.
Nope.
You.
You.
Member Eckhoff is here.
Grant, you can be whoever you want. I want to be Carrie instead. There you go. There you go.
We have quorum. Thank you. All right, Chairwoman, I do have some remarks today. I want to thank Jim Watson, a senior mainframe programmer in our IT department, for all his efforts on the mainframe shutdown project. Yes, thank you. Especially as he approaches his retirement this Friday. Well, it's nice meeting you and thank you for your service.
All my pleasure.
He has dedicated over 38 years to serving DuPage County with skill, commitment, and a friendly attitude. Jim considered retiring earlier, but chose to stay until the mainframe was fully shut down, an actual demonstration of dedication as a public servant. Thank you so much, Jim, and let's give him another round of applause.
So I just want to add, I've only known Jim for 4 years, but he has been solid throughout that entire 4 years in terms of supporting our mainframe and mainframe users. Jim could have retired a long time ago. He kept telling me that I'm not going until we shut down and the users are okay. He said it over and over again, right? And he did exactly that. So it shut down last Friday and he's leaving this Friday. Thank you, Jim, for 38 years of commitment to DuPage. You've done it with a smile. I see you all the time. You smile, you come in my office, you smile, and you don't complain at all. I hope you really enjoy some time off. You get another 40, 50 years just enjoying life.
Thank you.
I'm very humble. I was saying, where's the award? Where's the plaque? And
He didn't want the fanfare, so we did.
This is my reward.
Thank you for your service. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jim.
All right, as a reminder, the IT department will host Insights and Innovations Day in DuPage County on December 17th at the 421 Building Auditorium, which is downstairs. The DuPage Insight and Innovation, also called I&I event, aims to bring together municipal, county, and state leaders to explore practical, forward-looking solutions through technology, focusing on AI automation, internet updates, and community engagement. Please register if you are interested in participating. All right. Okay, we have member Galassi joining in, so. Okay, I will entertain a motion to permit those members not physically present due to personal illness or disability, employment purposes, or for the business of the board or family or other emergency to participate by video or teleconference. Do I have a motion? I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, welcome, member Galassi.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to public comment. Do we have any public comment?
No.
No public comment. Moving on to approval of minutes. I entertain motion on 25-2903, approval of minutes for the Technology Committee, regular meeting Tuesday, November 18, 2025. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections, deletions, or additions? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to intergovernmental agreements. I entertain a motion on TE-R-4-25, intergovernmental agreement between the County of DuPage and the Tri-State State Fire Protection District to permit county staff to perform GIS services. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion or questions? Yes,
So
Anthony.
just wanted to remind the committee that these happen periodically every 1, 2, 3 years. It really depends on the need of the organization. So they don't have their own GIS team. They reach out to our GIS team to, for projects and support, sometimes operational support. So this is a standard thing that happens every once in a while.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to procurement requisitions. I entertain a motion on TE-P-26-25, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Environmental Systems Research Institute, Inc. for professional services for GIS support and training for the ESRI Enterprise Advantage Program for Information Technology GIS Division for the period of January 17th, 2026 through January 16th, 2027 for a contract total amount of $119,400 exempt from bidding, not suitable for competitive bids. This product and service is only available from the provider ESRI Inc. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or discussion?
Who is the motion?
Who's, the
I don't think we
believe
had a
it's
motion.
Childress.
All right, I'll do the
Oh,
motion.
okay.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Any questions? Discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to informational items. I entertain a motion to receive and place on file 25-2863, recommendation for the approval of a contract issued to Caresoft Technology
So moved.
Corporation to provide 5 open roads designer select license renewals, subscriptions for the Division of Transportation for the period of December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2026 for a contract total amount not to exceed $17,375 exempt from bidding, IT telecom purchases which do not exceed $35,000. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a second. Is there any discussion? Any questions? Comments? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. I entertain a motion to receive and place on file 25-2895, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Brightly Software, Inc. for maintenance, edge, and connect, authenticate software licensing for facilities
moved.
management for the period of December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2026, for a total contract amount not to exceed $23,613.50 per quote 449789 contract pursuant to the Intergovernmental Cooperation Act. I have a motion. Second. And are there any questions or discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. On to IT project updates. Richard. Oh, sorry.
You're tied at the hip. so.
It's Tuesday, not Friday.
All right. Okay, as you all know, quarterly, I try to keep you abreast of what's going on in IT in terms of our major projects. As I always state, that this is not an exhaustive list of our projects, but the ones that are the bigger ones, and the ones that we typically focus on. So first one, cyber incident. I am happy to say that we are wrapping this one up. So since we last met, we held a lessons learned session. It was very informative. We actually had all involved, internally and externally, all key players involved to really talk about what we did well, what we didn't do so well, and what we could do in the future to strengthen our cybersecurity throughout DuPage County. So very successful. We have an action plan that we're executing now to move that forward. The only last activity at that time I gave the last update was a data mining exercise for the sheriff's office. That was completed, and now this entire exercise is completed officially, but there may be some things later down the road that may come up that we may have to address. Right, we haven't heard from the threat actor, but there's always a chance that that entity could pop back up. So this is pretty much closed. I'll take it off of the list. Watch items, just for you guys to be aware of. We committed to investing more money into IT security countywide. We've done that. The board and the chair approved some additional funding for us to include more cybersecurity tools, disaster recovery, and business continuity solution moving forward, which will help us out a lot, help us recover faster moving forward. We also formalized the disaster recovery and business continuity plans, and in 2026, we'll execute on those things and actually select a new solution and implement a new process. And then the last part we have not done, that's why it's in red, to empower county IT to manage all security infrastructure operations. We had kind of a verbal approval by the board in one of our updates, but we now need to formalize that process. There's an MOU that we'll share with the elected officials to say, hey, if we have another IT security scare or cybersecurity incident, IT should lead that discussion and kind of move things forward. So we're going to do that.
Member Echo.
The MOU would just be to help them recover, but do we have an agreement that maybe you should be lead in procuring and installing? Reviewing the-
No, but the MOU, it speaks more to allowing us to lead. Like it basically states that we're not going to take over their operations, but in a case of emergency, we will lead the efforts and give direction in terms of what should happen.
But wouldn't you be more effective if everybody had a system or a program that you approved and you knew how to work with and didn't have to come in and learn?
Yes, those are things that we are recommending as part of the process. So we're recommending MFA be on all systems and some other things. That's not in the MOU. I don't think so, with it.
Yeah, so the MOU does have requirements, so as they agree to it, they need to abide by standards, which includes requirements around authentication, like MFA. And it does establish a committee that that they would be part of, and that it will establish cybersecurity standards across the entire county.
So when is all that supposed to take place?
We're going to try to execute soon. So probably after this first thing in January.
Come back and tell us who doesn't participate.
Sure can. You have to whisper it though.
I know.
And let you know.
You only have to tell me.
All right. So that's the first one. So you won't see this. We'll probably give general updates on kind of how things are going throughout the year, but it won't be a project update. Next one is our ERP system. As you all know, we are marching towards the completion of our HR payroll system. We've made a lot of progress to this point. We have a new go live date, which is April 1st. Very confident that we'll be able to meet that date. There was a chance that we could have probably had a earlier date, but we wanted to make sure that we gave ourselves a little more runway. Paul Hines knows all about this with the Tyler tax implementation. It makes sense to cross the T's, dot the I's, make sure that we're doing everything right and we're documenting the process. So that additional time will give us the ability to do that. And I am confident in April, we will be on Dayforce for HR payroll systems. And then on the finance side, we've made progress there. So finance has worked on a new RFI. The request for information process allows for them to collect information about any type of financial ERP system that's out there, kind of get a good understanding of the landscape, what are some of the newer tools and newer processes, and then they can incorporate that into the official RFP, which will also go out next year. The plan is to really take advantage of our knowledge and the experience that we had with the HR payroll system and go right into the financial ERP process so that we won't forget anything. We have it fully documented, and any of the shortfalls that we had on the HR payroll side will be addressed immediately on the finance side. All right, and our watch items there is just really timing of the financial ERP, which again won't happen until we complete the HR side, which pretty confident at the end of Q3 we'll be doing that rapidly. All right, couldn't wait. I should have put this one first. Want to announce that we finally shut down our 40-year-old mainframe system. So I want to give a special thanks, starting with VG and Shanita, VG Ramaswamy, the manager of our applications team, and Shanita Thompson, in charge of operations, the maintenance and support of the mainframe. They led the effort with support of all of our SMEs, but without their leadership, we would not have been where we are today. Took a while. So when I first started in 2021, I said, we're going to shut down the mainframe. Took a couple of years, 4 years later, but we are finally here. The mainframe is shut down. thanks to Jim Watson, Ron Carlson, Don Mitchell, Maz Issa, Ben Lim, Karina Amin, John Rapsey, Ed Kuso, and Ruth Beba for their support. They did all of the work behind the scenes to make it happen. And Richard and Janita are actually working on a plan to physically move the box out in 2 weeks.
The 16th.
16th, the 16th. So not only will it be shut down, but physically the box is moving out of the building. Really quick joke I want to mention is that Jim mentioned that he's going to come back from retirement just to see it leave.
I want to help push it out.
He's going to help push it out.
It's
So.
going in your garage.
So, and that is Jim there, John and Ruth. I'm sorry, Ed, sorry, John Rapsey's been gone for a while. And Ed and Ruth at the mainframe, just pointed it out. That's the last box, the last remaining mainframe. Years past, mainframes would take up entire rooms. Now with the newer technology, it's just very small footprint, so. All right, but thanks, Jim and all for what you guys have done. But we are done with our mainframe. And we beat Cook County. So I've been wagering with the CIO of Cook County. He thought he was going to beat us. He did not beat us. So I'm happy to say that. All right, a couple of highlights, other projects that you should be aware of. Those are the primary ones. The police records management, MFR, OCR software upgrade, that is to enhance the existing Hexagon application that we have. That upgrade fell behind. We were supposed to complete it this November, last month. And due to really issues on the Hexagon side and some testing challenges that we ran into, that's not going to happen now until February. So we hope to complete the upgrade of the application in February, but this shows that we're a little behind here. We are at the same time that we're working on the upgrade of the existing application, we actually issued an RFP to see what other systems are out there. The 31-member police agency member consortium really wants to modernize the existing application and wants to see what other applications are out there. So this is part of that process. We received quite a few responses and really solid, the top 3 to 5 PRMS software providers provided proposals. So we're happy about that. We think we're in good shape. They're going through the current evaluation. The goal is to make the selection. The next goal is to score them, do a short list this month, bring in those 3 companies to set up basically a demos of their products. Let the police agency send their records managers, their police officers to come and test it. Then we'll make a final selection and recommendation to the oversight committee, the PRMS steering committee in February. So we're on track for that one, and we'll see what comes out of it. The competition is pretty stiff, and well, again, I can't say a lot, but we'll see what happens. The probation case management system, we've been working on this one for a while. We have made a lot of progress. We believe that by June of 2026, we'll wrap this one up. So they're upgrading their existing case management system to the newest version. It addresses a lot of functionality issues or challenges that they had before. Plus, it modernizes the application for it. So the apps team is leading that effort, and we're in good shape there. And we believe by June, somewhere around that time, we should wrap this one up as well. Judicial arbitration project is relatively new. Definitely to this group, we are working with the Chief Judge's Office to come up with a better way to keep track of arbitrations and all of the projects related to arbitrations. The team has made a lot of progress. They've updated the existing software that's currently used to track it. And they're helping the Chief Judge's Office kind of update the process to modernizing it as well. So going well, and that one's on track to be completed sometime next year. Treasurer's Office bank reconciliation tool falls here, and basically this is supporting the Treasurer's Office and identifying a software application to keep track of about 72 banks the transactions that go between us and those banks, basically keeping track of the numbers that happen on the general ledger side, and I think on the bank side, the bank statements, to reconcile all of those thousands of transactions that currently happen today. So the treasurer did a great job of issuing an RFP and selected a really solid solution named Trintech. That implementation actually started, I think, last week. So it's just
Starting.
yeah, just started. It's a new application. It's a new project, and you'll hear more details. Short implementation, about 3 months, or maybe even less to get it rolling. So that's in progress. We're also working with community services to really modernize how they track requests from the public. We started a 50 user pilot, and it's gone very well so far. So things they used to do manually with multiple spreadsheets, they now have a system through Zendesk to help them keep track of when requests come in, how long it takes for those requests to be resolved, and who's actually assigned to and follow up with it. So that's going very well. And we have more automation built into that project. My notes here. So help desk tool, there's 3 components of it. One is the help desk tool to track incoming tickets and requests from public via the phone, email, or a chatbot if they go to the website. The chatbot specifically, this will help help with 3 major languages used at DuPage County. I think Vietnamese, English, and I think Spanish, and escalate to basically humans as necessary. And then the third one is a talk agent that will assist with phone calls and voicemails, which is AI basically to help support. So automating what community services does and helping them organize the requests, the hundreds of requests they get every year. Operational excellence, I always keep this here. We're doing a lot on the IT side just to make sure that we're following best practices and we're doing things the right way from an IT support perspective. I won't go into a lot of detail there, but we're making a lot of progress. 2 big things that we're doing in that space is data analytics. We have thousands of records that we don't use to take advantage of it. We're hoping next year to bring some structure to our data, how we manage that data, how we house that data, and how we analyze it and help the various elected officials and departments use it to better manage their daily activities, to look at trends, things of that nature. So we're going to really put a big effort to that next year as part of this effort. And then I mentioned disaster recovery and business continuity. Those are other things that we're focusing on next year under operational excellence. And enterprise architecture, which I won't go into detail unless anybody has questions about that. DOJ new rule on accessibility. We made a lot of progress. The date is April 2027, where we have to have basically our website and any document or application that is connected to our website to be fully accessible to
26.
26. Thank you.
I wish it was April of 27.
Yeah, 26. So 27 is the municipality. So, yep, thank you. April of 2026. Made a lot of progress here. The big thing that we're focused on here is really training. I sent out a communication on November 21st to all county users, letting you know that we actually have training that's accessible through our learning management system. It's for section 508.gov document accessibility training, and it helps with how to make a Word document, an Excel, PowerPoint, or PDFs fully accessible for those in need. So please take full advantage of it and encourage your staff to do that. It's there and available under Absorb. And then corner application enhancement. Our corner came to us and said, hey, love your tracking system, but I think we can improve it, which thank you, Judith, for doing that. And we're now working with her to come up with a plan to enhance the coroner's tracking application. She has a vision of it, and she also thinks that there are a lot of smaller corners out there that may want to take advantage of it. So it may be a revenue generating opportunity for us if we're able to update it and then share it as a shared service. So stay tuned. We're going to work through the details on that, but that may turn out to be an interesting project. And last but not least, we talked about the Freedom of Information Act request tool. We have permission to move forward with that. It's just currently on hold because we have way too much on our plates right now. Our goal is to work with Connor and the state's attorney's office to approve the FOIA request process. And as part of that, then launch the new application. So we're going to work on the timeline and the project, but we think later in 2026, we'll start this project and absolutely complete it before the end of 2026. Covered a lot. So any questions before I moved on to the next slide? No. Okay. Really quickly, just want to highlight, we are working with the municipalities, part of our tech roundtable quarterly. Those have been a huge success. We have quite a bit of participation from the municipalities, and we provide a lot of information. The last one, we did a federal policy impacts update, which essentially Gardner going through what the main focus was on technology impacts, but they actually went beyond that and basically said that we believe, based on our research, that these are grants that will be impacted, funding that will be impacted. So this is what you should plan for in 2026. They got a lot out of that one. There are a lot of good questions for that. We had the state Chief Information Security Officer, Jason Bowen, come in and give an update to let the municipalities know what's going on at the state and federal level and what current tools and services that are available to them for free. We also had Grants Office, which is a service that we are signed up, come in and do an introduction and let them know what things are available to them if they'd like to apply for grant opportunities. The chair already mentioned our Innovations and Insights Day, Wednesday, December 17th. Please sign up. We have quite a few people signed up already, but we'd love to have more. The auditorium can hold quite a few. There's a lot happening that day. So not only are we going to give presentations on how we use AI and automation to benefit us. We have the city of Addison presenting. We have Esri, the GIS organization, coming in to add. They're going to be breakout sessions. We're going to have a keynote. It's going to be quite a bit going on. So if you are interested in automation and county government and AI, please sign up and attend. If you know anyone within your organizations who are interested, please send the invitation to them and have them register as soon as possible. We also did GS applications and the benefits to municipalities and went over a few new applications that we've launched on the GS space. And then we did lessons learned from our cyber incident. Grant, something you talked about, and me potentially doing an NACO. I can definitely do it. This is the second update I've given, and we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on some of the tips and that we share with them about what we learned as part of the process and what they can use to improve their cybersecurity and their response time if they ever get hit with a cyber incident in the future. And then we did our normal collaboration opportunities, which is cyber security AI task force that we have with them. Plus, we gave them an update on the police records management RFP project. Next meeting is in February 5th. Lot to cover. Any questions?
Yeah.
Can you send me the slides?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll send the slides out.
It'll be in the minutes as well.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's fine.
No, this is really, really great updates. The municipal tech roundtable, so everybody knows, is that quarterly?
That is quarterly. It's quarterly. So the big meetings happen quarterly. We actually have mayors and managers who hop on and listen in, which I think is pretty cool. But in between that, we actually have we have money.com, our application where we communicate, they can communicate back and forth on different tech issues and collaborate. So that happens in between those.
And people are welcome to join through Zoom.
They are absolutely welcome to join, to listen in.
All right, any other questions? Discussion? Okay, seeing none, moving on to old business. Do we have any old business? All right, any new business? All right, with that, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. See you at night.